Hello, listeners, and welcome to Fitness Friday. I'm your host, Meg Boschin, and it's January. The holidays are officially over. Is that a sigh of relief I hear? Regret, perhaps? Probably a bit of both. The holidays are the official season of overdoing it. Before the holidays, we talked about the 4 pillars of fitness: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, and how to keep them balanced and strong, specifically over the holidays. So how'd we do? I personally physically remove myself from the holidays by taking a vacation that spans the last 2 weeks of December every year. This way I come home refreshed and ready to take on the new year. It wasn't something I did on purpose. In fact, I fought it for many years. I didn't want to go away over the holidays and miss all the celebrations. But over the years, I came to really appreciate the break, the pause. And I realized most of these celebrations just encourage overeating, overdrinking, overspending, overstressing, and probably oversharing at some point. I know we can't all escape the holidays like I do. That's why those pillars are so important. Because even when we're traveling, we can get sucked into celebration mode and end up overdoing a lot of things we'll have to put back in order once we return to real life. Now, given our strong pillars of fitness, there is a superpower we must harness to stay on track anytime celebration may tempt us. Can anyone guess what that may be? It's one word, and it starts with C. I'll give you a minute here. And this is a perfect time to remind you that these shows are available for your listening pleasure on ckbg.ca and YouTube anytime after 5 p.m. the day we air. So if you ever miss us, we'll be waiting for you there, where I might ask you to drop in the comments what you think the magic word is that can safeguard us from overindulging over the holidays. And one or several of our brilliant listeners would comment: commitment. Commitment is what keeps some people from falling into holiday mode and throwing all health to the wind. Celebration appeals to our emotional pillar. Commitment, on the other hand, appeals to our mental pillar. So just what is it that motivates some people to commit to their healthy routines while others willingly throw them out the window and have to play catch-up come January? In Buddhism, this motivation to stay focused comes from something they call Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Translated, it stands for Buddha, what we're committed to or motivated by. The Dharma represents how we're committing, and Sangha being the community we have to support this commitment. Now for a little plug. At a Yama Club, the yoga studio I'll be opening at the end of this month, I aim to give my members something to commit to, a place to practice, and a community to support both. Let's take a look at where you're at right now. Do you struggle to commit to a consistent workout or yoga routine? You're not alone. I actually came across an article that inspired this entire show. It's called The 4 Ds of Commitment. Let's take a deeper look at where you're at. So the first D is distraction, the fantasy stage. At this level, you fantasize about working out or doing yoga. You might talk about it with friends, but you lack a structured plan. The commitment here is essentially wishful thinking. This is a very common place we can find ourselves at. So the second D of commitment is decision. This is commitment in theory. Here, you've decided to start. You may even have joined a gym or yoga studio. However, your commitment is theoretical, as evidenced by your lack of consistent effort. For example, you may have gone consistently for the first week or month, and then your commitment drops off, even though you're still paying. Can anyone relate to that? The third D of commitment is discipline. This is commitment with limitations. You commit to dedicating a certain number of hours or days per week based on your schedule. Though committed, you've also set boundaries to maintain a good balance. And this is a good place to be. Now, the fourth D is devotion. This is unwavering commitment. At this level, practicing yoga or going to the gym and becoming pain-free is a high priority. You're willing to make significant sacrifices to achieve your goal, such as attending classes that are offered before work, at lunchtime, or right after work, in order to prevent anything from disrupting your commitment to your fitness goals. This is the ideal place to be. I think I've mentioned before where I fit into the 4 pillars of fitness. I'm more intellectually and mentally motivated, meaning I would rather sit and research just about any topic before I would choose to exercise. So I need motivation in order to commit. Ayama Yoga is what motivates me to move my body. It's a science-backed yogic method designed to eliminate pain and open you up to life's purpose. And that's something I can commit to. So much so that I created a Yama Club, where I hope to motivate all of you to do the same. Because real change takes commitment. A Yama Club inspires commitment, transforming lives. We aim to take your practice from casual to committed. And we're coming to town January 2026, right here in beautiful downtown Amherstburg. Grand opening to be announced very soon. Keep tuning in to find out and to listen to more fun Fitness Friday episodes. Deborah the doula will be joining me to talk about fitness when you're expecting and so much more. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Fitness Friday on 107.9 FM The Berg. We've been discussing our January fitness goals and how to get back on track after the holidays and stay on track for 2026. You can catch this episode again today at 4:30 p.m. Your fitness depends on it.